Honorable Chair, my name is Dr. Hassanat Maobe, Chief Officer in charge of Finance and Account Services.
Honorable Chair, my name is Rasta Zorina, the County Attorney.
Honorable Chair, my name is Dr. Donald Mogoi, CC Member Health.
Honorable Chair, my name is Dr. MATIANG'I, CC Member, Environment, Water, Energy, Mining, Climate Change and Natural Resources.
Honorable Chair, my name is Dr. Jack Magara, County Secretary and Head of Public Service.
Honorable Chair, my name is John Somwenga, the CCM member in charge of finance.
Are we done? I am sure there are some members who are outside there because we have about 4 funds. So we'll be starting with the Nyamira County Education Bursary Fund and the Nyamira County Climate Change Fund. And then we finish it up with the Nyamira County Executive Mortgage and Car Loan Fund and the Nyamira County Emergency Fund for the year ended 2023-2024. At this point, we will proceed to agenda number 3, which is administration of oath of witness and the tabling of documents. And Governor, you can help us on that item. Governor, we can't see your Bible. You need to pull it up.
Do solemnly swear that the evidence that I shall give before this committee, in respect of the matters before the committee, shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Honorable Chair, I hereby table the management responses and accompanying annexes for the following funds for financial year ended 2023-2024. Nyamira County Climate Change Fund, 2, Nyamira County Education Bursary Fund, 3, Nyamira County Executive Mortgage and the Car Loans Fund, and the Nyamira County Emergency Fund.
Thank you very much. You can take a seat, Governor. So, Auditor, please can you tell the committee that you had an opportunity to look through the responses which have been tabled and whether or not the responses are in the right format and substance for consideration by the committee.
Chair, we had the opportunity to look at the responses and we are ready to proceed. Clerk? Chair confirmed the Office of the Clerk received the documents from the county within the timelines. We were able to go through them and we are ready to proceed.
Thank you very much. So, honorable members, as I said, we will start with the Nyamira County Education Support Fund. And I will request the auditor to start us off by giving a summary of the report.
Thank you, Chair. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statements of Nyamira County Education Support Fund for the year ended 30th June 2024. The overall opinion was qualified, Chair. And there were 12 issues. Out of the 12 issues, 7 have been supported subsequently. 5 have not yet been supported, Chair.
So, honorable members, in our pre-meeting, the auditor presented the report, and we agreed that we were going to look at query on anomalies in bursary payments, a query on bursary payments above the recommended amount, and then unsupported expenses on scholarship grant. But before we do that, there were other queries which were compliance related. That is the query on establishment of Nyamira County Education Fund, and the query on irregular administration of the fund, and the query on change of name, and lastly the query on inadequacy and enabling legislation. All these queries, we agreed that there was something to do with compliance, and to deal with that, one of the issues would be to amend the existing legislation. So maybe, Governor, you can tell us what is the progress on amending the Nyamira County Education Fund Act.
Mr. Chairman and the members, I will give my minister to read out the responses and explain.
We don't want you to read it out. Just tell us what is, because we know the responses. We have them here. We just want you to tell us what is the status of the new act.
The fund is erupting next year.
Chair, before he does that, I heard the governor use the term minute. Kenyan Constitution. Kenyans actually removed that term for particular reasons.
It's supposed to be CEC, CEC education.
We don't have ministers in Kenya. We don't.
Yes.
Not at the county level, not at the national.
Point noted.
I'm sorry, where you guys did.
Yeah. So CEC
education.
CEC education.
Thank you, Chair. Through my governor, I want to take this opportunity to give the progress of the review of the Act. Chair, we have been reviewing the Act section by section. However, the current Act is lapsing on 26th of May 2026. Which will be 10 years from the time the Act of this fund was created. So therefore, in this financial year, we have set aside finances to be able to review and overhaul the whole, to come up with a totally new Act, because there are many changes in the Department of Education and Matters Education. So therefore, we are going to come up with a totally new Act, and that will therefore repeal this current one. So the progress is that by December, we should be having a new Act in place. Thank you, Chair.
In that new Act, have you provided for the winding up of the fund, winding up procedure of the fund?
Yes, we have taken note of what the auditor noted, and therefore that is part of what will be considered in the new Act.
So any comment from members?
Chair, maybe I'll be interested in the specific amount that this is a budgetary process as you set aside funds to review and enact a new law. I will be interested in knowing how much have you set aside for this process. You're saying funds, how much is that money?
Thank you, Chair. From Executive, we had presented our budget, which is still in the process of being assented to by the County Assembly. We had set aside 2 million to do the new act.
Chair, you know, the CC should also appraise the committee to say, as of now, is there a draft bill in place? And give us a roadmap. Because when you say by December, you are going to have a new act in place, and you know very well there'll be a lot of public participation, even that 2 million may not be enough. Number two is the executive is not in control of the county assembly. So the county assembly also will they have their own timetable. So you know you should be telling us this is where we are now, there's a draft, and this is the actual place. When is it going to leave the executive to county assembly?
Thank you, Chair. Yes, we have a draft in place, and from the side of the Executive, our work plan is that by December, we have finished from the side of the Executive the public participation, because in this act, the current act that we are using, we have been seeing sections and sections that need review, and because of the new changes that are now in the Department of Education, including the issue of the vocational training centers, the school feeding program, and the digital learning, and all those issues will find their way in the Act, including the issue of winding up. So therefore, from Executive, we are aiming at by 30th of December, the Act will have left Executive and it will have been submitted to County Assembly to also do their part.
So is this a commitment you are making to this committee?
Yes, Chair.
By 30th of?
December 2025.
No, that sounds to be very far, but it's so near. Hmm? Because
Chair,
by January, the Auditor General will be publishing the report for 2024-2025. And by then, that new act should be in place. I am not seeing that happening in the current circumstances because of we are now almost middle of August. So taking the bill there, County Assembly doing public participation, then now the holidays kicking in, I am not sure.
Chair, that is from the side of the Executive, because we already have a draft on all these issues. So that is from the side of the Executive. Then we shall therefore submit to the County Assembly, and some of the members are here, and Chair, on these issues, we've been working together with County Assembly on the changes that are being experienced in the Department of Education as regards education matters generally, and therefore we are working together with them.
Chair, it's possible to fast track it because we know what we want to change. Like now, the previous act was talking of help loans for university loan students, which we just eliminate because we want to include scholarships, school program, feeding program, digital learning, as she has said, but we can push it back. It's possible because
Okay, I don't want to doubt that. We will give you until that. You know you are on record.
This is a house of record. Yeah. We will revisit the matter then. So that in the new starting with the query on anomalies in bursary payments.
Thank you, Chair. Paragraph 2 on anomalies in bursary payments. The statement of receipts and payments for the financial year ended 30th June 2024 reflects 88,637,800 shillings in respect to bursary payments as detailed under note 10 of the financial statement. The following anomalies were, however, observed. There were lack of supporting documents. The bursary disbursements of 88,637,800 were not supported by the following important documents as is required. A. Application forms that confirm beneficiaries made application for the bursaries. B. Approved or vetted list of beneficiaries from the wards. C. Bursary application register with names and schools. D. Approved bursary policy. E. Ward committee minutes. And F. Acknowledgement of receipt by beneficiaries in selected schools. Thank you, Chair.
Governor, your management response.
CEC, carry on.
Thank you, Chair. Management wishes to clarify that application forms approve vetted list of beneficiaries from the wards and bursary application register with names and schools and acknowledgement of receipt of beneficiaries in selected schools have since been resubmitted for audit review. Annexure 3.1 has application forms that confirm beneficiaries made application, which, Chair, we have prepared a separate file. Because these application forms are so many, we have 20 wards, and each ward is given equal opportunity to apply. So therefore, we have provided a different separate file to the auditors. 3.2, approved vetted list of beneficiaries. Chair, also this one, we have prepared a complete separate file that has all the names of the vetted list of beneficiaries that we have submitted to the Office of the Auditor General. Item number 3.3, bursary application registers with names and schools. There is also a separate file, Chair, of sampling this because there are so many, and that has also been submitted to the Office of the Auditor General. 3.4 is acknowledgement of receipt by beneficiaries in selected schools. So that is under Annexure 3.4. Thank you, Chair.
Auditor, your comments on the response?
Chair, the document mentioned were subsequently provided to us, but we leave it to the committee to decide.
So what do you want the committee to decide? I thought you should direct us, you should tell us. You had an opportunity, you
verified them, Chair.
You verified?
We found them satisfactory.
Mark?
Chair, I just want to add on that the concern is the failure to submit these documents at the time of audit, Chair, because when the audit was being taken out or being carried out, there were opportunities accorded to the client to produce these documents, but they failed to do so up to and including the time when the certificate was signed and issued. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable members,
Chair.
Senator Mudama.
Chair, I'm just wondering why they did not provide the documents the time when the auditors were there and just provided them later. And I would also ask the legal team to read for us the article that talks about the time of submission of documents.
Chair, before the legal counsel reads out the relevant section of the law on late submission of documents, you know, Chair, this bursary exercise is not something that happens from the blues, Chair. It is procedural. By the time you're even paying these monies to schools, there must have been application forms in place that people applied. There must have been a bursary register that indeed you are confirming as a county or that fund committee literally received these applications. There must be the approval and the vetting. How are you guys paying without these documents? Because if you submit later, it tells us, this committee, that these documents were not there at the time of the audit, and that you just give bursaries without any documentation. You can't convince me now that what you brought before the Senate today was available then, or you paid before this was available. So even as we talk about its submission, you want to know how authentic are your documents now. Thank you, Chair.
Senator Kusa? Chair, I want to add from where Senator Nyamira left. We want to find out from the auditor, did you verify the list? I mean, because when bursaries are issued, there must be a
Honorable Governor. They have had the questions, Chairman. I wish the CEC Education to respond right away.
Thank you, Chair. And as it has been noted by honorable members in the House, including my governor here, yes, those are very, very valid questions from the honorable members. However, Chair, I want to confirm that yes, there is a procedure as laid down in the Act of application forms, vetting, verification, and finally awarding of these bursaries to the beneficiaries. There's even an open launch for the award of the beneficiaries.